Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Every time you think things are going well, look, football's back. We are back at training camp. The Philadelphia Eagles, rookies, veterans, they're out there. There's some people that are missing from training camp, but it's voluntary at this point, so really no skin off my back. It is a time to be rejoiceful, but of course, we got a bunch of drama, but we also have some really good news. We're going to end this video off with some drama that Chauncey Gardner Johnson is back, and this is what he brings. Not for, a bad or a good thing. It's just, this is his personality. So we're going to talk about him beefing with A.J. Brown. We're also going to talk about some good things. Looks like some guys are ready to go, man. I'm ready to go. I hope you guys are ready to go. But welcome to Philly, the podcast. It's your boy Joe Castro, a.k.a. Philly Fresco, and we are here with another episode. Man, I'm excited for this one because, like I said, there are some good things that we have to talk about. And look, I feel like those things are kind of getting overshadowed, but we have a swing in the guards, right? A swing in the guards. Because if you look at how things are going now, you're looking for leadership. You're looking for who's going to stand out, who's going to be the guy that really pushes this team to be the team that they need to be. I think that this can be a very, very good team. And you're starting to see kind of people coming out of the woodworks as real leadership. So, we see this with A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown's been working his tail off this offseason. And John Clark said that A.J. Brown is shredded. He says he's trying to gain that edge, trying to gain an inch every day. Pause. He says that he has a list of things in his phone that he wants to get better at and work on. He says He says he works every day. He says when guys are going out to have fun on Friday night, he is working. He says when others are going out on Saturday night to party, he will be working. So a little bit throwing his teammates under the bus a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let them party. No. I like this. You lead by example. At the end of the day, there's a bunch of different types of leaderships, right? There's a bunch of different types of ways that you can get your troops rallied, to get your troops going. And I think that this is a beautiful way of doing it because A.J. Brown is a guy that a lot of people are going to look at, whether it be Devontae Smith, whether it be defensive players, whether it be, third string, Anaya Smith, Johnny Wilson. Everybody's looking at these top two guys, him and Devontae Smith, and saying, what am I supposed to do? How do I be a professional? How do I be a Philadelphia Eagle? How do I be how do I be an all-pro guy, a Pro Bowl wide receiver, 1,000-yard wide receiver? So being able to show them that it doesn't just come with stepping on the field, right? It's all the work that you do right now. It's a beautiful thing to see. We've seen some people saying that Kenny Picket is, outperforming Jalen Hurts right now, which is very hard to believe in this type of situation, but I will take the positive out of that. Kenny Picket is looking like he's starting to get comfortable in our system, getting comfortable with our players. There's nothing wrong with that. I will say I put on Twitter and people took it as like some inside source thing. It was not that at all. I think it was kind of common sense that at the end of the day, going through the preseason, we're going to be eyeing every quarterback situation in the NFL because any situation that happens, whether it be, we've seen this before, right? With Sam Bradford, we've seen it with other quarterbacks. We can go all the way. I'm trying to remember what his name was that we gave him up to the Cardinals. Maybe I'll remember it in a second. But at the end of the day, we've done this a couple times. Matt Barkley comes to mind. We will flip these guys. So if Kenny Pickett has a good preseason, a lot of Steelers fans are in my comments talking about, oh, he's the preseason king. Good. I want him to have a great preseason because if he has a great preseason, that means that he is flippable. And the Eagles and Howie Roseman in specific is very, very good at getting value out of players. So I am happy to see that people are saying, maybe not the outperforming part, but I'm happy to see that people are keying in on Kenny Pickett, that Kenny Pickett is getting love. Now, it might be something that the, coaching staff and the front office are saying, hey, talk about this guy a little bit, up his value a little bit. But you can hear all the hate. People are going to be upset. Are going to be like, oh, Kenny Pickett's trash. Oh, he's this, he's that. You don't know what you're talking about. You guys are getting hyped over nothing. It's not hype. If we can get a third-round pick for him, I think that's worth it. If we can get, a package, something that we include him in a package to upgrade a position or to get good depth somewhere, get a young player at a position that maybe we're lacking, I'm cool with that. I am cool with that. You look at the cornerback room as well. I doubt that we're going to I think that we're going to cut some very good players. We're going to have to release some very good players. So there's probably going to be a lot of opportunities for trades. I think that we are in the mode right now that we are looking at every single possibility, because as good as this team is, it can always get better. So I like what I see out of A.J. Brown. I want to see it continue, and it translates, right? It translates into other players. Like I was saying, the young guys see this and they want to get better, right? So Jalen Carter says, we here now, and I'm ready to be better than last year. That's what we want. That's what we want. Last year, he played very well, especially in the first half of the year. Kind of petered off towards the end of the season, I'll be 100% honest. But he was still a very, very good player, very productive for his first season as a Philadelphia Eagle. So I'm excited to see what he becomes. I know that a lot of people were kind of doubting his work ethic, right? Coming out of the combine, we saw him have kind of a tough combine, a tough pro day. But at the end of the day, he has shown that he is a dog on that field. So seeing him saying, I want to be better, I want to get better, that's what I want to see from these young guys. That's the type of mentality that this Philadelphia Eagles team needs. I feel like last year they kind of rested on their laurels. I feel like last year we were really good. We were winning games in ways that, maybe we shouldn't have won some of those games. We lost some games. Maybe we shouldn't have lost those games. So I felt like we were at a position that everybody just kind of broke down. Once stuff kind of went off the rails a little bit, I feel like this team kind of broke down. With this type of mentality, I don't see that happening this year. Now, obviously, coaching staff had a big, part to do with that last year. We have new offensive coordinators, new defensive coordinators, so we're going to have to see what happens there and how everything shakes out. But the mentality of this team is really something to harp on and really something to be excited for, because, we haven't even talked about Saquon Barkley in this video, right? We're talking about young players that can change the trajectory of this team. We already last year were a Super Bowl contender and broke down. The year before that went to the Super Bowl. We are on the right path. We're young. We're only going to get better, in my opinion. So as long as this coaching staff does what they need to do, I don't see a world where this team falls apart like they did last year. So that's the good. I wanted to say some good stuff because obviously, that we're going to end this video with some negative stuff. If you guys don't want to see this, I totally understand. I think it's funny. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I think it's kind of funny. A.J. Brown is one of those dudes that he will literally go to the lowest point possible, the very lowest point possible, to try and troll and to try and disrespect people. I don't know what's going on. It's something that I talk to my girl a lot about. She asked about CTE. She asked about, his mental health, if that's something to do with it. And it probably is. But at some point, you have to have somebody around you that calms you down. Someone around you, that cares enough to say, hey, maybe that's too far. Maybe that's a little bit too far. Or maybe give him some help. I don't know what he needs, but at the end of the day, him and Chauncey Gardner Johnson, this part I think is funny. Not the mental health part and all that stuff. They're beefing, I guess, So Chauncey Gardner Johnson, if you didn't see the short, maybe I'll play it right now. Chauncey Gardner Johnson wants all the smoke. Him and AB going back and forth after Antonio Brown quote tweeted his newest song and called it trash. Chauncey then replied saying, dude, better go pay them banks and stop talking to me. And well, if you know me, I had to respond. I said that at AB raps like he reads. He can't. And CJGJ said back to that, well, I hope he can comprehend this track on the way. So just about a week after the whole Kendrick and Drake beef, will we be seeing two more celebrities going at it? I don't really think the music is going to be great, but it might be fun to watch. Who do you think would win? Hit that like and subscribe for more Eagles news, because it seems like... So yeah, you saw the short. At the end of the day, they beefing because he didn't like his music. Antonio Brown didn't like CJGJ's music. Chauncey Gardner Johnson's music isn't my cup of tea. Antonio Brown's music definitely ain't my cup of tea at all. I think it would be funny to kind of see them going back and forth. Antonio Brown did put out a diss track about Chauncey Gardner Johnson. I didn't listen to it, and be 100% honest with you. So did Chauncey Gardner Johnson. He dropped a song. If you guys want me to listen to it and give you my opinion, I will, but I just don't think I'm gonna like either of them. But this is the part that kind of got me. It kind of stuck out to me. Antonio Brown reached out to Chauncey Gardner Johnson's baby mother and put her on the song. So there's that. And then he released the text messages between them. So, I mean, this is just bad all around. This is a bad look. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it short, simple, and sweet. I know Chauncey Gardner Johnson probably doesn't watch this. I know he probably doesn't care about some YouTuber's opinion. But get out of this. This is not worth it. This is not worth the headache that it's going to cause. You're only giving Antonio Brown more clout, more attention. I won't even say clout. You're giving him more attention. That's not what is needed in this situation. I understand that he may have came at your music, came at your pride. You as a man want to defend yourself, but this is not a fight worth fighting, in my opinion. You are a young player on a very good team trying to do something very special. So you are a very talented young man as well. Do not let something like this, someone like this, interfere with that, because Antonio Brown, unfortunately, has become a cancer to everyone around him. I mean, we've seen what he's done with Caitlin Clark. He's done it with, Tom Brady. He's done it with everybody. If you love him, you hate him, it doesn't matter. He's going to probably do you dirty at some point if he wants to. So my opinion and my advice to Chauncey Gardner Johnson, again, I know he probably doesn't care, doesn't have to. Get out of this. Not worth it at all. It is not the scene you want to be on. This is not, Jay-Z once said, I don't argue with fools because people in the distance can't tell who is who. That's where you're at right now, Chauncey. If you get into it with this kid, people are going to think that you're the jerk. You're the idiot. You're the why give this time? You're going to look dumb. People are going to call you out your name. It's just not worth it. Focus on football. But at the end of the day, you are a man. You are a grown man. You do whatever the heck you want to do. It is what it is. But you guys let me know what y'all thinking. How excited are y'all about this season? And look, I'm going to start getting these videos out way quicker, way more often. So please, down in the comments, let me know anything that you guys want me to talk about. Is there any specific position battles you want me to, talk about or chop up about? Other than that, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's going to be. It is Fly Eagles Fly. And I know you guys probably hate the hat that I'm wearing right now, but it's the NBA. It is what it is. I got to rep my team a little bit. But yeah, we out here. Peace.
This is for you. Fly Eagles flying on the team. Touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird gang nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here cool on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randall. Season here, early time to do him in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.